Chapter 1. The bed was my life now. I hadn't moved from it since my sister Helena died. I didn't have to worry about missing classes, not that I would. Sophomore year had just ended. Junior year was next. It'd start. When? How long had it been since? A week? A month? A day? Was it even still summer? Time seemed to have no meaning. Even with the birds chirping outside and the heat of the sun burning my apartment window, I felt as if a dark shade was over everything. The phone on my night table rang again. I had no energy to reach for it, so I let it go to voicemail. The inbox was filled, but it didn't matter. Nothing did. "You'll waste your life away," my sister said. Not here, of course. Never here. Not anymore. Not since that moment. Not since her hands had drawn the blade across her wrist. "Let me," I said in a hoarse whisper to my empty room. I couldn't scream anymore. My voice had gone away. "You left me. You abandoned me." Once again, the phone rang. I still had no energy. Why couldn't my body give up? It had been hit by that shock, that utter shock, the feel of a metal ton falling, and yet I still heard my heartbeat, felt my stomach growl in emptiness. It had been a week since the funeral and about the same since I had eaten anything solid. Before my mom was uncharacteristically nice, she had forced me to eat. "Toni, you have to keep your strength up," she said stiffly but sincerely. It had made me think that she actually cared. Then she, of course, returned to form and had ignored me. She only had one daughter left. She didn't care. My strength was depleting rapidly. Maybe answering the phone would keep my strength up. Forget it. I didn't want to be alive. If I could just do as my sister had. But no, I didn't like pain. Instead, I'd waste away. It had always been easy to starve. My tear-splattered eyes strode across my room. What else was there to do? If I closed my eyes, the horrible image would appear. My room made a journey from eclectic to just plain bizarre. There were gigantic blankets hung on the wall with recreations of famous paintings. These were the first weirdness. Mona Lisa smiled gently at Dali's melting clocks. Contrary to the impression I'm giving, I am far from being an art fan. I just liked strange decorations. My fascination with images from art was followed by a long line of glass unicorns and Barbies, as if I were still a little girl. The next things were the hardest to stomach, and it dipped and punched as my eyes took in a long line of pictures showing me and my sister, along with a bunch of bric-a-brac from our childhood. A row of pictures showed Helena and Dad with big smiles, hiding the secret addiction he held until he died from it. Then more where Helena and I were smiling, never leaving each other's sides. These were taken after she came back to live with me and Mom. Those pictures, I would rip them off the wall if I could even function for a second. My deepest worry was that my eyes would never become numb, would always well up seeing my sister's clay handprint she had made when she was 5, forever trapping her stubby little fingers in never-ending youth. The only remnant of a hand that had grown to take its own life. Once again, I wanted to scream, to cry, but my body had given up. It now was starting to worry about survival.